Evening everybody, good Friday. Just a quick update on what we're doing with this temporary project. Obviously yesterday, Thursday, we decided to empty it and re-level all the floor. So I made a start while Keith was at work this morning, and then he got home about lunchtime, and we've the big pile of mud that was there we've had to condense down, well, dig out and make it big, because we want to make sure that it's absolutely flat. So Keith levelled it all out last night. He was up here till about 10 o'clock making it level. Ness, stop digging it. So we know that we've got the circle, that's the centre just there, if you can see, and from there he's just gone round everywhere with the spirit level, making sure it's all level, so we can put it down and fill it up and get them back in it and get the filters and everything set up. So we're going to just put this carpet down now and then put it, set that up so it's all central, and start filling it tonight. And so we'll let you know what it's like when we've done that. Cheers guys. Okay, so we're back. So as you can see, it's now set up. That blue hammer thing is what Keith used to level the ground out. So the pond itself is 15 foot in diameter. There's two inner circles on it. I'm not sure if the camera's showing this, but the middle one is 12'7" in diameter, and the outer one takes it to the 15 foot. So what we did was get a centre, make a circle in the ground, level it out to a 16 foot diameter, so it's bigger than the 15 foot. So hopefully that will stop this, and this is now level and fine. So it's all back up. It took ages to fill, to be perfectly honest. We turned the hose pipe off about 11:30 last night. We started filling it about 7, so it was going for 4.5 hours, and then there was some, like these IBC tanks had water in. That water tub had water in from it that he pumped back in. So it had a bit of a start. So it was probably about a third full last night, and then he woke up. Well, I got up about 3:30 to let Ness out of the toilet, and he woke up at 4:30. So he came out and turned the hose pipe on then. It wasn't until about 3 o'clock this afternoon that it's got to this level. It's a lot more water in it than before because it's a lot more level. It hasn't moved at all, so we're quite trusting it. So he's currently in the process of going to scoop the koi out the green pea soup of the pond down there. So we're back up, temporary setup, back using this Oasis filter, which is what we took to help filter these guys that we got from the house, from the couple that didn't want them. We set up this electrics. It is all like an outdoor box and stuff, so we've left the lazy spa set up here just in case anything happens and we need to use it as an emergency. And we're not going to use that as a hot tub anymore. That's now just going to be a quarantine tank for future reference for fish. We'll get a proper jacuzzi in the future. The backer shower, he's fully set that up now. We've got the filter media. I'm not going to go into detail about that now. I'm going to do another video for that. Still no me on the camera. We can't find the selfie stick, that's the only reason why. When we find that, I'll do a proper intro, etc. I have been researching more into the type of fish we've got, and I'm quite surprised. at what I believe I've got. I do struggle sometimes with knowing what base the colour is. So, example, have I got a Shiro Itsui? Is it black on white or white on black? Is it a Beko or is it an Asori? That's the type of, that's where I struggle a little bit. But I'll go into that in more detail on another video. I guess I just wanted to say that we're back up and running. We haven't done anything again to the main pond because we've been focusing on this. But we've got a large area of this back garden levelled for a future project later on down the line. But he has worked his socks off again today, bless him, to make sure that these have gone back, because we couldn't leave them in the hot tub, etc. As you can appreciate, a temporary pond, because they needed filtration and oxygen. Well, they had oxygen, they just didn't have any filtration. So these are the ones that are back in here at the moment, and he's going to go and get the rest. So we'll smack back when they're in here. Okay, so as you can see, we've got this emptying out. That pipe goes all the way down to the drain at the back of the house. It's that green. We've got to empty it so we can catch what's in here. We're not going to catch them all because there's some tench and some goldfish that we don't want to put into that pond. Saying that, there's a couple of grass carp and a shabumpkin up in that large pond up there. But as you can see, the bitches are well intrigued by the koi. They just sit and watch and wait, and as soon as they see one, I wouldn't say they try and get it, but they're just intrigued. They're like, what is that? Why is that moving? So Maggie will sit and watch them all day. Star's never used to bother them, to be honest, but she's become more intrigued by the day. So yeah, again, another eventful weekend. We believe we've got that temporary pond now all level, so we believe that this is it now. That is it. Once these are in there, that's it until the pond that we're building is done. You can see them. Maggie's obviously just spotted something, because they are hilarious. I mean, they are absolutely hilarious. I love these fur balls to bits. They're a massive pain in the arse. Once we get all the fish out, I'll do my video on what I believe I've got. There's one, I thought it was a kahaku, a Deutsch kahaku, because it's scaleless, and I know that Deutsch is scaleless. I'm starting to lean and think it's an Achiba, a red Achiba. And that is purely from watching other people's videos and as to what they've got, etc. So, oh, here they go, look. It's like synchronization swimming, these pair. It's really funny. But yeah, there's one in particular. It's a very, very bright, brilliant silvery white with a couple of blobs on it, which are like a dark orange at the moment. And I've bought some new food, which I'll talk about in another video, on the recommendation of another YouTuber, to help bring out their colour. But I do believe it might be a Chiba, but a Chiba, if that's how you pronounce it. I do apologise, I'm still learning these things. But yeah, this is the pea green soup. These are the bitches, and I will do an update when we've got them out and got them up there. I even believe I know what Psycho is. That's how much I've been studying. So watch this space. Right, so we've got all the fish out of the pea green soup, and I can 100% hand on heart say that the missing asagi is definitely not in there. The only thing left there now is tench, roach and goldfish. And there's some baby tench actually, so they've been breeding while they've been in there, which is a bit of a bizarre thing, but hey ho. He's definitely not in here, so looks like I don't have that asagi anymore, sadly. Looks like the bitches have ate him. Not a lot I can do about that. Bit gutted, to be perfectly honest, because he was a stunner. So I'm quite gutted. But that's how it goes. Survival of the fittest and all that. So the temporary pond is here, all set up. Hopefully this ain't gonna flipping overflow down the garden, because it's going to be like the Titanic if it does, with the amount of water that's in it now. And now we can focus on keeping these happy and healthy, while at the same time going on building our main pond. So these have got, God, they're going to look, I mean, they look, some of them look tiny. Look, there is Mad Eye Moody. So the asagi, which I spoke about, which has got an eye problem, I don't know if that can be resolved. I don't know if there's a treatment for that. If anybody does know, please do let me know, because he is gorgeous, apart from his big eyes. His gimmering on his, he's just stunning. And that there is the one that I thought might be a kahaki, but I now think is an akiba. So I'd like some advice on that one as well. But I'm not going to harp on about breeds. I'll do another video about that. I just wanted to let everybody know that we've got this up and running. All the koi are now out of that pea green soup of a pond. The only thing that's in there now, like I say, is tench, roach and a couple of goldfish. The grass carp and the grass carp are in here. Eventually they'll be in the bog pond. They ain't going to be in the main koi pond, as is the shibunkin. I suppose, I guess what I've done is left them in here for a size perspective. So that one there, for example, is like 10 centimeters long. So when you look at the size of him compared to the others, that kind of gives you an indication how big some of these koi are. See that there? That grass carp is 10 centimeters. And when you look at the size of queen, I've not measured them because I've not got a measuring bowl, but it kind of puts that into perspective. That's the only reason we've left those in here. So, bit of a blip, but a successful blip, if that makes sense. So I'm going to go into a bit more detail onto the shower that Keith's built, as to what he's used to build that, how much it's cost, the media we've got in there. That will be another video, and as will what these are, especially Psycho, because he's pretty special in my eyes after what I've been reading. So yeah, watch this space on that, guys. Peace out. Stellar time. Evening everybody, good Friday. Just a quick update on what we're doing with this temporary project. Obviously yesterday, Thursday, we decided to empty it and re-level all the floor. So I made a start while Keith was at work this morning, and then he got home about lunchtime, and with the big pile of mud that was there, we've had to condense down, well, dig out and make it big, because we want to make sure that it's absolutely flat. So Keith levelled it all out last night. It was up here till about 10 o'clock making it level. Ness, stop digging it. So we know that we've got the circle, that's the centre just there, if you can see, and from there he's just gone round everywhere with the spirit level, making sure it's all level, so we can put it down and fill it up and get them back in it and get the filters and everything set up. So we're going to just put this carpet down now, and then put it, set that up so it's all central, and start filling it tonight. And so we'll let you know what it's like when we've done that. Cheers guys.